Ah, yes. Fasha, Gine, kakarot. Welcome to my cell games. Guys, to be right here for more. What if Fasha and Gine survived? More, more for Fasha and Gine week. And we are getting straight into it. Into the battle. And, well, with everyone there at the tournament, as Chi Chi pointed out, this is supposed to be a tournament, and as a tournament, there are certain guidelines Cell is supposed to follow. You know, get knocked out of the ring, you lose. Not supposed to be using lethal and excessive force, because you lose if you do that. Now, of course, we all know what Cell is like. He's not going to stick to the rules. He'll change them halfway through. But still, there are rules and regulations, no place in this nation. Do comment if you know what that little if you know where that little phrase and rhyme came from. I'll give you a hint, it's a pretty old song. So, anyway, the Dragon team has arrived, and, much like in the original, Goku, or rather, in this case, Kakarot, goes up against Cell first. And, well, it's a pretty epic and significant battle, and, well, Gine is quite worried for her youngest child. Now, is he as strong as his original counterpart in this point? Kind of hard to say, really. I would say he's slightly weaker than his original counterpart. Ever so slightly. But it's enough to make a bit of a difference. But all in all, it's still roughly an equal battle between Cell and Kakarot. Now, did all that fiasco with Hercule happen? Yes, of course it did. It did indeed. And believe it or not, the only one who's actually respecting Hercule for at least getting in there and trying is actually Fasha. You know, he's way, way weaker from Cell in comparison, yet, you know, a normal human still had the courage to try and stand up to Cell. Not to mention those two pupils he had, whatever their names were. The bottom line was, you couldn't help but be proud of Hercule for at least getting in there and giving it the old college try, even though he embarrassed himself. And well, this brutal battle is going on and on. And Gine is still more or less struggling with what she's gonna do if the time comes. And she it actually gets to the point where Gine shouts out at both Kakarot and Cell, "Why are you doing this? I don't understand it, Cell. You could be a force for good in this world. You have all this power, all these abilities, you could do great. Yet all you want to do with this power is fight and destroy. I don't understand it. And we Saiyans aren't any better. We have all this power, there's so much more we could do. Can't we just stop this fighting? And all Cell does is smirk and really almost to the point is making fun of Gine, making fun of this pitiful weakness. And you call yourself a Saiyan? Hmm. You're no Saiyan at all. Hmm. You're a disgrace to your race, Gine. Hmm. Look at your son. He's more a Saiyan than you'll ever be. Raditz is more a Saiyan than you'll ever be. Hmm. I don't know what that Bardock was thinking ever marrying you. And, well, this gets Gine upset. She can't say anything, but it's definitely gotten under Kakarot's skin. No one talks to my mother like that, or my father. And well, let's just say Kakarot is ready to take this battle a lot more seriously as he is wailing into Cell. Cell is having to put some distance between him and Kakarot so he can regain his composure and get back to the epic battle that they are indeed having. And, well, eventually, Kakarot is starting to get a little tired. Now, assuming because Cell has absorbed 17 and 18 in his perfect form, I'm pretty sure that means that, like him, he's got an unlimited supply of energy. I would assume so. So, even though Cell's showing signs that he's getting hurt, he's got a couple of, marks on him and stuff, I don't think he, gets tired, per se. So, the fact is, Kakarot is starting to get weaker, while Cell is still pretty much staying the same. What's wrong, Kakarot? Run out of juice already? Well, if the others aren't going to put up much more of a fight than you, I see no reason why I shouldn't just blow you all away immediately. But first, I'm going to have my fill. And basically, you could say Cell is pulling a bit of a freezer here as he's beginning to torture Kakarot with his blows and fighting. It's kind of like kind of similar in a fashion how Frieza's torturing Vegeta back on Namek, if you want to picture in your head. Of course, that didn't happen in this timeline, but we're seeing it now as Kakarot is taking a beating and everyone else is pretty much just watching at this point. And I think this is another good little spot to actually leave things for now, right on this pretty cool cliffhanger that I've set up.